Success in technical and business niches is frequently attributed to creative spontaneity and the personal charisma of the creator. The largest media empires in the sector utilize a different model: content architectures that function as rigid, reverse-engineerable systems. To identify these patterns, we analyzed a corpus of 6 dominant channels: Dan Martell, Julian Goldie, Matt Wolfe, Nick Saraev, Riley Brown, and the Ecom King. These creators manage a massive scale of output, controlling thousands of hours of technical video and hundreds of millions of views across AI, SaaS, and e-commerce. Replicating this level of market control requires a shift in perspective, treating content not as an art form, but as an engineered system driven by data. This diagram shows the core mechanism, treating a creator's entire video catalog as a raw text corpus by scraping their transcripts. This corpus is processed through a natural language processing pipeline to filter thousands of hours of speech into specific strategic blueprints. The pipeline consists of 6 stages: DNA extraction, hook swiping, pillar mapping, language mining, pattern recognition, and calendar generation. Running these 6 channels through the pipeline generates a concrete month 1 execution guide and a standardized visual rulebook. These strategies are not the result of creative guesswork. They are programmable patterns that can be scraped, analyzed, and systematically rebuilt. Node 1 is DNA extraction. Identifying a creator's underlying belief system provides a more consistent foundation for authority than their specific choice of topic. The data shows a sharp divergence in core beliefs. Dan Martell's content is built on the thesis that systems buy back your time, while Nick Saraev's catalog operates on the mandate to automate or die. This is a high-performing hook from Julian Goldie: the shocking truth about ChatGPT and your SEO strategy. Removing the specific topic reveals the structural skeleton underneath. The hook is stripped down to a contrarian claim about an emerging technology and its impact on industry KPIs. The psychological integrity of this skeleton dictates the performance of a hook, regardless of how relevant the specific subject matter might be. Node 4, Audience Language Mining, scrapes transcripts to capture the raw voice of the customer found in the content. The data highlights recurring frustrations, such as the anxiety of being left behind by AI or wasting hours on inefficient AI prompting. We cross-reference these anxieties with Node 3, Content Pillar Mapping, which identifies the 5 frameworks that dominate the AI and business niches. These pillars are the masterclass, the weekly signal, the contrarian workflow, the case study, and the stack breakdown. This cluster map visualizes the process of voice clustering, where specific audience anxieties lock into the 5 central content pillars. When a masterclass or case study framework incorporates these exact phrases, it creates a direct technical link between the viewer's problem and the creator's proposed solution. Successful content reflects the audience's specific vocabulary back to them within a rigid, authoritative framework. Node 5 focuses on the retention timelines found in the 10 highest performing videos in the corpus. This timeline shows the retention fractal. Regardless of video length, specific narrative transitions must occur at exact timestamps. The data shows the core framework must be introduced by the 2:30 mark to satisfy the viewer's demand for the underlying mechanism. A case study or proof of work section provides the necessary validation to maintain engagement through the middle of the video. The call to action is placed alongside the closing emotional note, reaching the viewer at the moment of narrative resolution. Nick Saraev's 6-hour tutorials and Matt Wolfe's 10-minute breakdowns both follow this identical timeline structure. Ultimately, high viewer retention is always a byproduct of precise pacing and the careful management of narrative tension. With the pipeline analysis complete, the data populates a month 1 execution guide, establishing a 30-day production timeline. Week 1 utilizes the weekly signal. Modeling Matt Wolfe's format, this is a 10-minute reaction piece designed to capture immediate search volume. Week 2 focuses on the deep dive, using Nick Saraev's long-form format to establish a high level of technical authority. Week 3 deploys the case study. Following Riley Brown's over-the-shoulder builds, this week proves the practical utility of the concepts from the previous week. Week 4 ends with the system breakdown, modeling Dan Martell's conceptual frameworks for high-level operations and scaling. A content calendar serves no function without the specific architectural mechanics that drive each individual format. This visual cues matrix defines the specific rules for how information must be displayed for each content pillar. Pillar 1, News and Signal Videos, requires rapid split-screen data dashboards and the highlighting of primary sources. Pillar 2, Deep Dives, demands terminal screencasts paired with high-contrast schematic overlays. Pillar 3, Conceptual Frameworks, utilizes minimalistic diagrams like pyramids or flywheels to illustrate first principles. In technical media, success is achieved by the creator who performs the most rigorous analysis of market needs and builds the engineered system to address them consistently.